Hello folks, well we're back again, back to this Lichtenberg Wood Burner. I cobbled this thing together out of stuff that I had in my shop. I thought I'd go over it a little bit with you guys to see what I came up with. So we have, well, let's get these leads out of here. This is pretty stiff stuff. This is the electric fence wiring. It's got a aluminum core and then a kind of a special insulation around it for high energy applications here. So get some of this claptrap out of here. That's the input to the this is an oil burner ignition transformer. So we put 110 volts in here. I've got this all redone on the inside. I actually grounded the case here just for the primary side. These are the two high energy outputs, AC 10,000 volts. So we've got our two probe leads coming off here, and we've got the AC 120 line voltage going to go in this cable. So I modified the two ends of the cables here. I just had some hooks on them before. So this is a piece of ignition cable for gas, high energy spark ignition with a nice heavy duty alligator clip on it. So the other probe that I made, because I thought it was pretty cool that you could move move the probe around on the target piece that you're trying to burn and get a little bit more I don't know, different patterns out of there. So I'm not one to throw too much out. This is actually a a shaft from a bunker rake at the golf course I played at. Evidently somebody had a very bad bunker shot or sand trap shot and decided to break the rake on the ground. And I was tidying up the area and I stuck it in my golf bag and forgot all about it, and I refound it in the garage. I must have taken it out and just stuck it. So it's perfect. It's fiberglass, non-conductive. This inside portion, well, I've got a couple of these. I'm not really sure what the heck they are. It's got a piece of 3/8 copper tube, and it's got a little Venturi effect around it where air, I don't really know what these parts are. They came with a bunch of stuff I bought years ago. But at any rate, I've joined the other high energy cable to this. The copper does go back in here, but it's insulated, so the electricity goes basically right to this tip, and it can't come back toward the handle. Now 10,000 volts is a lot, so you do have to be careful. Generally speaking, you know, air is probably one of the best insulators there is, dead air especially. That's why your down jackets are all puffed up. The down doesn't weigh anything, but it takes space up, and it provides dead air space between you and the outside air, colder air. And that's the insulating factor. So air is an excellent insulator and a very poor conductor. But electricity can jump through air if the voltage is high enough. Generally speaking, it's about an inch of free air space per 10,000 volts. So in theory, this tip could throw a 1-inch arc to the other electrode in free air. So that's enough about that. So I've got one, I kind of made this other end a little bit flexible so it can, well, a little bit easier to attach to the wood here. So the other part of this that you can't really see very well, I have a variable voltage switch here, so we can again, put 120 volts in here in this end, and this will give me a variable voltage output from 0 to 120 as you step on this pedal. This is actually off of my high-speed flex shaft grinder, but I think this thing's rated at like 6 or 7 amps, and this transformer only probably pulls about 2 on the primary side. So let me plug this thing in, and I got my gloves here. Got to kind of be safe. We've got a rubber mat we're going to be standing on, and we'll give this thing a shot. So I coated the sample piece over here, probably more than 45 minutes ago, with some of the solution that I found out needs to have a little bit more sodium bicarbonate in it, baking soda. That's the conducting material, evidently. Well, I mean, water conducts also, but the sodium bicarbonate, I guess, gives it a little bit, I don't know, better conductivity, I suppose. So let me go ahead and see if I'm ready here. I got my gloves on. We got our movable probe here. That's good. All right. So we're going to plug things in. Okay. Foot switch is energized, plugged in. Now, maybe what I'll do for you guys is zoom this thing in a little bit. Let's see if I can give you a little better idea what's going on. So I did put a second coat on here probably about 5-8 minutes ago or so. So I'm going to start at this end. We'll put the probe here. And I don't even know if this thing's going to work, because this is the first test I've done with this setup that I made. So here goes nothing. Well, we're getting something. Seems to only be going from the end with the probe I have in my hand here, which is okay. Oh, here comes the other end. And we're done. Foot off the pedal, hanging onto the probe, and we are unplugged. Let's see what we got. Well, it's definitely burned. Alright, well, we'll go from there, and maybe I'll clean it up and you guys can take a look at it afterwards. Thanks for watching.